Welcome back to another episode of the Sidetrack series. My name is the Carter712, and I hope that you guys have all been having a great week. We're standing here in front of our new wheat farm we've been working on. We have a few things to go over that we've done on stream this week. So what do you guys say? Let's jump into this episode. So in our last episode, we finished up the stables here and we built a little place where we can come and tie our horses up. I said that I wanted to be able to kind of navigate the world without having to rely on our elytra, but we didn't have any horses in here when we finished the episode. Well, we were streaming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we ended up getting ourselves a bunch of horses. We got Mount over here that Night Pollux helped us name. He was the horse that was stranded up here on top of the mountain pretty much the whole time we've been building around this area. And then we also have Empire over here that was named by EMP when we were streaming on Tuesday, I think. So we got a couple new horses down here in the stables, so that way we have transportation whenever we spawn down here. I did end up breaking my bed when I went through the end portal, and we do spawn right up there on the stairs, so that's super nice. And then on stream, the next thing that we decided to do was build ourselves a new giant wheat farm. I've been kind of lacking on wheat to feed to our cows, and now that we have horses and everything, we had to have wheat to feed those guys. So we built this big wheat farm here. Let's fly up here and take a little bit of a look. So if I pause it, we can see that I built a little lake up here as well that I think turned out really nice. We'll take a little bit closer look at that in a second. But these little riverways end up saturating all of the ground. So all this is naturally saturated, and then it all kind of pools down here into this little lake. And I think it turned out really nice. We ended up going through and adding some rocks, and we have pathways and everything that we can easily get all the way around and harvest all the wheat without worrying about breaking the wheat as we fall down levels. We put stairs and little pathways so we can easily navigate all this. So it shouldn't make harvesting it too bad. I know these wheat fields aren't super practical for farms and everything. Harvesting them and replanting them does take a while, but I think they look super nice in your worlds and add a really nice aesthetic build to an area. And I think this one turned out really nice. And if we come up here, we have our little lake that we built, and we built some new trees up here. We did a couple more of the custom ones like we did down in the starter base. And you can see, if you remember, we had a bunch of spruce trees up here around the wolf farm. Well, I ended up tearing those down, and I think that's going to be a little bit of what we're going to work on today, is building our pathway that comes down here into the wolf farm and then connecting this over to the wolf farm, as well as doing some more custom trees around the area and stuff. So what do you guys say? Let's jump into doing a few of those projects. And just like that, we have 4 new spruce trees over there by our wolf farm, and they look a lot nicer than those naturally generated ones that come here in Minecraft. We went through and added a few more bushes as well around the backside here, just to kind of add a little bit more vegetation. And it looks like our wheat farm is all entirely grown over there. So I'm kind of curious how much wheat that we're going to get from this farm when we harvest it. So I'm going to go through and do that real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, so the wheat farm is all harvested and replanted, and it only took me about a half an hour. So like I said, not the most practical when it comes to efficiency, but I think it's a really nice aesthetic build here next to our stables. And I think what we're going to do next is try and grab these villagers out of here. There's a couple farmers, and I think I'm going to try and plant some carrots and stuff down in here and try and get these guys to link up to some of these composters down here, so that way we have some villagers working down here in our wheat field. But we did get it all harvested, and I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think that we got for wheat out of this farm? How many stacks do you think that we got? Leave me a comment down below with your guess, and we'll give a shout out to the person that got the closest guess in the comments down below in our next episode. Well, good luck with all your guys' guesses on the wheat farm over there. I'm going to grab some armor and a saddle here and jump on Empire, and we're going to head on over to the storage base because I need to grab some slime blocks and then just some regular blocks so we can knock out the floor on our old iron farm where these villagers are and bring them back down here to the ground level and hook them up to our wheat farm over there. So let's run on over here, grab that stuff, and we'll come back and get that done. All right, so let's put Empire back here in his stable. Oh, come on, jump, buddy. And let's go out there and get our little trampoline set up to drop our villagers back down here onto the ground level. All right, so we got our little slime trampoline trap built here. All we need to do now is fly up top here. I'm gonna jump off myself first and make sure that I don't like bounce up over top of the walls or anything. And then we'll drop these guys out of the bottom here. Oh, they're gonna bounce really high a couple times. So let's try this out and see what happens. Hopefully they don't end up bouncing out of there. Hopefully they just go straight up and down, kind of like I did, and we can get ourselves a couple farmer villagers for down here in our wheat field. All right, guys, here they go. Hey, and they're all safe. We're good to go, guys. Let's break these barrels, and we'll come up and finish taking care of the rest of that here in a minute. We're going to drop down here and get these guys connected up to some workstations because it looks like he already lost his. So hopefully these two fishermen aren't attached or traded with those barrels, and they'll lose their jobs here in a second, and we can turn them into farmers to work over here in our wheat field. Well, it looks like these two fisherman trades have been locked in, so we're not going to be able to use these guys over in the wheat field. But maybe this week on Twitch while we're streaming, we'll build these guys a little fisherman house down there on the edge of the water. So if you don't follow me on Twitch, go give me a follow at twitch.tv/thecarter712 and pop in and say what's up while we're building these guys their little home. But what do you guys say? Let's get this guy down to the wheat field and get him turned into a farmer. All right, so let's block off these fisherman villagers real quick and separate them from our other guy. That way we don't lose these guys. Nope, come on. And over here. All right, so those guys are blocked off now, and we have a composter to turn this guy into a farmer. And let's trade. Oh, I have wheat. We're gonna have to go grab some potatoes real quick, I guess, to trade with him. So let's head on over to the storage building. Hopefully we have some in one of our boxes over here. All right, so do we have some potatoes? All right, let's grab some potatoes and let's go turn this guy into a farmer villager. All right, mister, you want to trade some potatoes with us? So he's locked in as a farmer. We can take this job site now. Oops. And let's throw him in a boat and let's get him on out of here and over to our farm. And our farmer villager is now working down here in the wheat field. If you guys want to help give this guy a name, leave a comment down below on the video, and we will pick one of those in our next upcoming episode. Let's grab our hoe though now, and let's actually plant a few carrots down around here. That way this guy can also harvest carrots for us and maybe be able to create a few more farmers down here to help work in the fields. All right, so we got a few patches of carrots planted now that this guy can go around and harvest, and it'll also add a new crop here to our field, which might add a nice little bit of color to the wheat field here. And hopefully we can get another villager down here soon to work with this guy, and then we would definitely need to build him a house probably back here that he can live in while he works on his field here. All right, so it's just about nighttime now, and we need to make sure that this guy links to a bed. That way he is going to sleep every night, and we make sure he's not trying to run off all the time trying to find somewhere to sleep. It looks like he's came up here by the wool farm, so I'm kind of hoping he'll actually link to one of these beds. That way we kind of see him navigating back and forth as we're running around the world here. But we're just going to sit here and kind of follow him around and see where he decides to rest his head for the night. Well, our farmer villager didn't decide to claim a bed last night, but he led us back over here to our little trap trampoline, and check out to our surprise, both of the other two villagers actually lost their trades. Holy cow, what was that? Ooh, is there just a creeper right there? That about gave me a heart attack. But our two other villagers lost their trades, and we can take them now over to our wheat field and turn them into farmer villagers. Let's go, guys. We now have 3 farmer villagers that are going to be living down here, working in the wheat field, harvesting all of our crops and getting us all the stuff that we need. And we're going to be able to trade with them to also get golden carrots and all that good stuff. So we now also have 3 villagers that we have name opportunities for. So if you guys want to leave additional names down there, maybe we'll pick a couple for some of these villagers in the next episode, or maybe we'll kind of wait through episodes. We'll see what happens, see how many name suggestions we get. Things did get a little bit sidetracked in this episode, and we spent a little bit more time here on the wheat field and these villagers than I originally intended. I wanted to get more of our paths and everything done, but I think we're going to save some of that for next episode. But I think we got a lot done here today. But other than that, I think that is going to do it here for the 12th episode of the Sidetrack series. I really appreciate everybody who's been hanging around the channel, watching the videos, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. It's been cool to see the channel grow here recently, and I really appreciate all of you guys. But we will see you guys in the next episode.